In this video, we'll look at organisms causing disease. So there is lots of different types of organisms that can cause disease with the virus, bacteria, and fungal groups. So we've got influenza, mumps, chickenpox, smallpox, COVID, all viruses, bacteria, it's food poisoning, sore throats, tuberculosis, etc. And then fungi, sinusitis, athlete's foot, etc. So lots of different types. So there's a few ways that these microbes can enter our bodies and actually cause harm. Now, there are a few entry points. Their eyes, mouth, skin, genitals, ears, nose, and cuts. Now, all of these places microbes can enter, but basically the body has some defenses in place so that you don't usually get sick straight away. So microbes do spread, and we know they spread. So the spreading of microbes and disease is known as transmission. So for example, transmission by air, we can think of COVID, quite recent. The particles itself are transmitted through droplets. Okay, so a cough or a sneeze can release millions of microbes into the air, which could then infect somebody else. Water is another example, with Giardia is a bacteria that can cause, virus that can cause infection. Transmission by animals, in animals, for example, mosquito, they can carry malaria. Transmission by contact, by touching. Okay, transmission through the placenta is another one. So if a mother develops the HIV or AIDS infection, it can be passed on to the unborn child through the placenta. And breastfeeding as well. Okay, so lots of ways. So the body protects itself in a variety of ways as well. So the body protects itself, and we call these, in the first case, the first line of defense, or the defense barriers. So the main entry points of the body have special means to keep bacteria out. Okay, respiratory tract lined with mucous membranes that secrete sticky substances, and it will trap those microbes. Body fluids contain chemicals which destroy pathogens. So the natural barriers itself, the skin is actually the largest organ you have in your body, so it is quite good at acting as a natural barrier. Okay, so it forms a barrier between the inside world, the inside structures and organs and the outside world. When it's damaged, you usually have blood clots around the area. Okay, mucus is produced as well with your tears, your wax, your saliva, all of that stuff is your natural barriers. Inside of your blood, you've got white blood cells, and these ones are called phagocytes. They will engulf and ingest pathogens. Okay, so they're not very specific. They just find something that's uncommon in your body and then will engulf it. They can trigger inflammation and increase the blood flow to the area. The third is antibodies. Now, antibodies are quite good at having a specific response to the bacteria or the microbe itself. Okay, so here are a few different types of white blood cells: neutrophils, eosinophils or allergies, basophils, lymphocytes, and monocytes. Okay, so really, first of all, we have something called the neutrophils, which is the first to respond to the bacteria or a virus. Okay, so that is the end of the video. In the next one, we will focus on bacterial infections.